Alright, so this is an exploit that you are going to be able to do at level 10. And I say exploit, not glitch, because this is not a glitch, this is just a game mechanic that is right here, and thanks to the combination of different game mechanics, in this case scenario it's going to be respect, you can abuse this thing to get amazing things, such as a whole bunch of legendary weapons that you can wield, and they are just amazing, they are just beautiful. So you're going to be able to do this little thing at level 10. What happens is that at level 10 the cleric gets Divine Intervention. Divine Intervention is going to give you 1 out of 4 options. It's either going to give you the chance to deal tremendous damage once per lifetime in the game. The Divine Intervention is a cleric skill or spell that you can call into the divine of your god to do something for you. And like I said, it could be 4 actions. It could either be deal a whole bunch of enemies in one single fight. Again, this is just going to happen once. You can either revive all of your allies in one fight where everyone is dead. You're going to be able to revive them, their health is going to be complete, and also the spell slots, everything is going to be replenished as if it was a long rest. Now the second and the third one, those are the one that interest us the most. One is going to be a divine weapon. The divine weapon is going to be a legendary weapon that is going to give you a +1 to your attack and damage rolls, as well as a nice skill that is going to heal you, and also it's going to give you a whopping 1d8 radiant damage. And the radiant damage in this game is amazing because, as you know, we don't actually fight that much Asinars in this game, other than that. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you don't really fight Celestials or beings that are resistant to the divine damage type. Other than that, the radiant damage, it's just going to be amazing against undead, fiends and whatnot, demons, and just all in all just bad people. So it's 1d8 with no conditions, 1d8 damage at all times. And the amazing thing is that you can just select a new character. What we're going to be doing to exploit this thing, like I said, I did not think that this was intended to work like this, and I think that at some point they are most likely certainly going to patch that. So what you do is that you select one character from your camp and then immediately go to reclass your character, which is just going to cost you 100 gold coins, and that's it. You reclass your character, it doesn't really matter the spells that you are going to be choosing. You select a cleric and you're going to be able to call upon the divinity for that character once, meaning that you could potentially get 2 of these weapons. Now, being able to get 2 of these weapons, it's amazing because, like I said, it's a legendary weapon, a one-handed legendary weapon that has lots of damage because of the radiant damage. And if you want to be like, for example, a dual wielder character, a dual wielder warrior, or in this case scenario I'm showcasing you the paladin. The paladin is not the most ideal to build a dual wielding thing, but as you can see, the paladin he does just fine by using a legendary weapon in each of its hands. And if you're going to, let's say for example, build a dual wielder character like a ranger with dual wielding or a fighter with dual wielding, you can potentially have like 4 warriors in one party, and all of them will be using legendary weapons that are going to be busted and that they are going to be dealing tons and tons of damage. And as you can see, it doesn't really matter. All you have to do is just select the Divine Intervention for that one character and then return him back to its original class. The character does not need to be maintained as a cleric. It can immediately go back to the original class, and it's just a legendary weapon that you're going to get for free as many times as you want. But that is not all. You can also call the Divine Intervention to get a huge amount of supplies. And this is amazing, especially on Tactician difficulty, where you are charged 80 supplies instead of 40 to be able to get a long rest. So if you're running short on supplies in Tactician mode, this is an exploit that you can do. Just reclass different characters into the cleric, request for the Divine Intervention to get those amazing, beautiful, and gorgeous, delicious amounts of infinite supplies. Well, not infinite, but you get the idea, you get the points. And then immediately you reclass your character to what it originally was, and we have lots and lots of characters to do this thing. So Like I said, I do not think that this works as intended. I think that possible patches that they can do is that the legendary weapon that you can get as a reward for this is specifically locked to your specific cleric that called upon this thing, and you cannot give this thing to someone else. That's a possible thing that I would see that they could patch this thing. And the supplies, it's a little bit trickier. I do not know how would they be able to patch the supplies. And also, if you find yourself in a tricky situation where there is a very difficult fight, you can just swap around the cleric to call upon the divine intervention for that one specific fight. Although if you have been following the builds in this channel, you have already broken the game and you really do not have need of that. Me personally, I haven't, but hey, it's something that you can do. We can I advise for you to exploit this thing before it gets patched, because it most likely certainly will get patched. Anyways, if you like the content, so like and the bird, super appreciate it. And I must tell you today that you're a gorgeous and beautiful person. You are indeed a gorgeous and beautiful person. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel before you close the door. Now we see you goddamn gorgeous and beautiful people in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.